back to drinking games. Uh, as always, I'm here with James,
Hey,
and yeah. I guess we'll see what happens next week, cause I'm
oh
getting
yeah,
a storm coming in. I live in Florida, for people who don't know. And it could be a simple, like we could not lose power, and that would be great. But you know how these
yeah.
things
If you get
go. We
some
can
high
lose
speed
power for
winds,
a
bro,
week. Yeah. So might be if the worst happens and we lose power for that long, then yeah, we'll probably miss a week. But I don't
no
know
man,
the way they.
unacceptable.
I know, man. Am
I
I?
expect you to be out there in the winds with the generator going.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. It'll be over, but it'll be way gone by then. But we'll. Uh, I I I feel like we'll probably be okay. The way that they have they're
it's going.
tracking it right now, it's kind of the weaker side
It's
of the
like
storm is passing. Yeah,
no,
yeah, like
like that.
yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
looks
It's like coming
on my
in and
camera,
going like that, and like
like skimming and coming back out to
yeah,
the Atlantic.
North Carolina and Georgia might get hit worse, which sucks for them. Yeah. I hope they don't get hit too bad. The Bahamas are
Yeah,
getting hit right now. I think that's not good. Because it's like a
yeah.
category 5 right now. Hopefully everybody's
Oh,
okay
it's
there.
it's that big.
Yeah, yeah,
Pictures of it, and I was like, oh, hurricane. It is hurricane season, right?
yep. I think it ends. When does it end? Like in the beginning of December, something like that. I want to say.
Yeah, see,
It sounds
fuck that
about
noise,
right.
dude. I would rather deal with earthquakes than tornadoes or hurricanes because, like, you guys got seasons, man. Like, there's a
Yeah.
tornado season and then there's like a hurricane season, you know?
Well, I'm glad I don't fuck with. Tornadoes really don't happen here. I don't. I've
That
never heard
isn't
of a
that a
tornado in
hurricane? Like
Florida.
a tornado with water in it?
Huh?
I, isn't a hurricane a tornado with just fucking water in it?
I mean, I guess if you want to call it like the world's biggest tornado, then yeah, I
Yeah.
guess like yeah. I mean, water spouts happen, which are like water tornadoes.
Mm,
Uh,
but
I
this
don't
is
know.
like, if this was a, okay, if that was a hurricane but it was a tornado, you're saying it would just fucking be the hugest tornado ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, like tornadoes are usually small, controlled things, and this
This
hurricane's
is
like
like a
the
full
size of
storm.
Florida. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah.
Crazy. Well, yeah, I'd rather deal with earthquakes, dude. Like, you don't even know when it's going to happen. You're just chilling, and all of a sudden it's like, and you're like, oh, fuck, let's run.
Right. Yeah. I wanna. I wouldn't mind experiencing an earthquake. I want to like
They're not bad,
eventually,
dude.
go to California and just be like, oh, earthquake. Let's have a party, get drunk. No.
No,
uh,
they last for like 30 seconds, dude, or something.
no, yeah,
Yeah, they're not bad, dude. I'd rather deal with not knowing and just having it happen, like, and then having it be over with than like, oh fuck, here hurricane season.
yeah. It does kind of suck because we had it set up to where at first it was supposed to make landfall like
Yesterday.
yesterday, and then it
Yeah.
slowed down. So now it's like making landfall late tomorrow, early Tuesday type of deal.
On Labor
So
Day.
yeah,
Fucking awesome! What a the
Shit,
awesome
fuck
Labor
this.
Day.
There's gonna be people closed because it's Labor Day too. Oh, I'm screwed. I'm probably not gonna be able to find a store open tomorrow. I hope I do, but
Yeah, fuck.
there's gotta be some poor bastards working tomorrow, hopefully.
Liquor store, man. Liquor store is your best shot.
Yeah.
But
Awesome. Oh well.
hopefully you're safe, dude.
Yeah, I think we'll be alright. This place is pretty solid, so I was hoping. I don't know. My mom's kind of freaking out a little bit, but she's in
Top
Spain
story,
right now.
bottom story. Like,
This is a single story, like concrete
okay.
built, like yeah. So
Oh, you
it's
should be
pretty
sure.
solid, man. Yeah,
Go hide in the restroom.
yeah, exactly. If it gets bad, the only thing that sucks about this place is like the windows are from forever ago. So these
Mm,
aren't like the shatter windows. These are the windows that'll
those
cut
are
your
the ones that
fucking
are.
arm off, dude.
Yeah, dude. Imagine one like in a movie, like just ring.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
we
heard
gotta
the
stay
reason
away from
why.
that shit.
The reason why you're supposed to go fucking in the restroom and hang out on the toilet is because it's like bolted to the foundation if you're on like. So it'd be hard to rip off, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. I guess that makes sense.
It's like the most enclosed place in my house, I would say.
I've heard of people, going into the bathroom and they like take the mattress and they put the mattress like over them, over the tub,
In the tub,
like if it gets
yeah,
really bad. Yeah.
that's a good idea. Have like a twin mattress. Just fucking see ya. I'm gonna ride this one out.
Right.
That's a good idea, dude. Do you guys have like underground shelters like Texas and shit for tornadoes? So you just go hide underground and then it's like just you come out and it's sunny but everything's destroyed?
uh Not this part of Florida, mainly because there's like a lot of underground water around here. You know what I mean? So like
Oh, yeah,
you don't
canals and
yeah, you don't see many like even basements in most parts of Florida usually.
because they would flood probably.
Yeah, and it would, there's like those underground, like, I forget what they call them. Like, they're pretty much like underground, like, usable water, that
Okay.
people like dig it, like
Like
wells
for
and shit
wells.
that people, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's like a lot of that shit here. So, yeah. But, shit. You've been playing and watching a lot of stuff, and I'm interested in, especially Blair Witch. I want to hear about that. But tell me
Yeah,
about
dude.
what's going on there.
Well, I got this new app, dude, for the Xbox, and it's called Free Movies for You or something. It's like some like you get pirated versions of videos, like the Cody and stuff like that. But it's on my Xbox, dude. So I just
Is
make
it
the screen big enough to cut out the ads, and then I just have good, decent copies. So like, I watched John Wick 3,
nice?
and I don't know how I feel about that movie, dude. I
I
was
haven't
liking it.
watched any of the John Wick movies. I know people are probably
Okay, so
shocked to
I'm
hear
gonna say,
that.
but I was watching it, and it's just him just fucking it's him just murdering people over and over and over and over and over and over and over, like 3 hours of just like shooting, talking, shooting. I don't know, man. I was sitting there and I was like, this is kind of getting old. Like, I don't know how much longer I can handle this, and I think I fell asleep before it was over.
Oh wow.
um yeah, I
Huh.
was kind of disappointed because, like, yeah, I expect action, but like that's like kind
They
of too
kind of
much for
overdid it.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
like for me at least, like, you know. Um,
Hmm.
and then what else did I watch? I watched Deadpool 2 again, which it's always a good movie to go back to.
Right.
That
Right.
opening scene is legit, dude. With the Dolly Parton working 9 to 5, and he's just going through slicing people, and that whole
I'm trying
scene
to
is
think
so
if I
good.
even watched that yet. I
Oh,
suck
dude,
at
if you
watching
haven't,
movies, man.
so do I. And then,
I definitely watched the first one, but I can't remember if I don't think I did watch the second one.
what else did I watch? I watched White Boy Rick.
That's something I heard about. What's it about?
Which is um, it's about like this kid who becomes an FBI informant for like the CIA or whatever
Okay.
or something, dude. Like he's like a kid, right? Matthew McConaughey's in it, and he plays his dad.
Okay.
He plays this kid's dad, dude, and they're like in Michigan or something, and his dad's like he sells guns for some reason, dude. Like, and
Hmm.
he gets a hold of these AKs, and his son sells them to like some fucking other guys, this black gang, and so he gets to be friends with them, and they call him fucking White Boy Ricky, and like he starts, those guys get in trouble or something because his dad made silencers for the AKs. I don't know. It's a really good movie. Like Matthew McConaughey played like a good like role in it, so I was kind of surprised. I just kind of was like scrolling through the movies in this app, and I found that. So,
All right.
but and
Sounds
I think
dope.
that's all I watch. I'd recommend it. Like it's a good watch. It's not that long either. It's like I don't know, just like an hour and a half, barely maybe. So
I feel like that's the perfect time for most movies. You know, there's some movies that gotta last a little longer, but like that hour and a half, like if you can tell a great story in an hour and a half in a movie, you know, that's ideal to me. Like,
yeah, it was a good movie. Like it was about dude. It's like some kid, man. Like just being an arms dealer all of a sudden, and then the FBI turns on to him, and then he becomes a snitch, kind of
mm,
an informant, and he's kind of like doing some wild shit, and he ends up. I don't know. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's a good. It's like a true story, I believe.
I'll have to look it up for sure. Sounds
So
sounds pretty interesting though.
yeah, but that's about it. I've been playing Blair Witch. I started the other day. Um, the game is like surprisingly good, dude. Like I'm only maybe 3 hours into it, but they like finally introduced like the how would I call it, like the shooting mechanic or something, like how you how the combat in the game.
Okay.
Um,
So there is shooting and like combat and stuff in it.
there's no shooting. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
so they use like the setup's pretty good. It takes like a couple hours. You learn how to use the dog. The dog is awesome. Like the way they use it. Like if you're away from the dog too long, you kind of start going insane.
Oh
Is what it
wow.
said. So like I try to keep the dog like close to me at all times. It'll run off, and you kind of got to catch up to it, and it'll use that mechanic of I don't know if it's leading me to that path, but I'm pretty sure, dude. Like the dog will run away and you start losing it a little bit. Uh,
Mm.
as far as I could tell right now, you like suffer from PTSD or something because it goes back to like when the character or whoever you're in the war or something.
Mm.
Each time you start losing it, like at one point I was getting chased by like military guys, for some
Okay.
reason.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I wouldn't say it's scary. I would say it's more like tense. Like I got scared more when my daughter came and like walked in and was like, "Hey," because I thought she was asleep and she woke up
Mhm.
and I was playing it with my headphones on and I seen her out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, "Oh shit!" But like, like I think that's the most scared I got playing it. Um, they use the triggers in a good way too, like the rumble triggers on the Xbox.
Okay.
Like they have them rumble individually sometimes.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, like when you push in the right trigger. Like I had a thing in my hand, and I was looking at it right, and it said pull right trigger again, and when I crushed it, that that trigger only rumbled and
Hmm.
stuff like when you interact with objects, it'll rumble just for certain things.
That's pretty
So,
neat.
but the combat in it is pretty cool. It's like Alan Wake without guns.
I see you like pointing flashlights at them and stuff.
Yeah, so like when the witch or whatever it is comes after you, um, your dog will start going nuts.
Hmm.
And you have to, and the witch is invisible, right? So you have to look at your dog, and the dog will tell you which way the witch or whatever is coming from. So usually, like I'll bust out the flashlight and kind of point it at wherever the dog's looking, and usually, like I'll get the, and then it'll also vibrate on the trigger when you pass over her. So,
Oh, that's
and then
cool.
you flash it at her, and you kind of try to run away and fight at the same time, but keep the dog with you and keep your dog calm, also. So it's cool, and I totally skipped over another mechanic, dude. You have like a video camera,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and
Wouldn't be
and
Blair Witch without it, I guess.
okay, yeah. So you start finding all these tapes, and when you watch the tape, it'll show a part kind of where you're by, and it'll show what happened in the video, and you can like rewind it and play it, and it'll do like, say a tree fell down. I was next to the tree and I'm watching the video and I rewound it and the tree came up because it showed the tree falling. So
Oh,
when I
so
rewound it,
in you rewound it and the tree that you were
came
by
came up
went
and
back
led a
up.
path.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's like the whole camera thing. It's not like an Outlast. Um,
Right.
I would say it's more like you're playing some kind of psychological thriller, kind of Alan Wake mixed with some kind of other horror game. I don't know, but with no combat.
Hmm,
You know,
that's
the
cool.
combat is so far.
I was surprised to hear that it was on Game Pass. I must have missed that whenever they announced it that it was coming to
Yeah,
Game Pass.
I was waiting for it because I was interested in this game. Like, I wanted to see if it was just another Outlast clone or something more, which it turned out to be like way better. It's not. There's no gore factor. Um, there is like parts where it is kind of gory, but overall the story's good. Like, you're basically going into the woods to find a kid that's lost. And
Hmm.
this is like the first hour. You're going there with your dog to go help, and then um, you start finding out about the guy that you're playing and this and that. But you also have a cell phone. You can call people, and I don't know if like this plays into the story or not. But sometimes if you miss a call on like the radio, because it's
Hmm.
timed, it'll be like you're getting a call. The guy will answer back and be like, "Well, I don't know if you hear me. I'm over here," and da 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 da. So I don't know if it's you know changes the story if I would have answered it.
Hmm.
you know. And then you'll get like voicemails and like you can call people. Like I called somebody when I was freaking out and it seemed to change it. So
That's pretty dope. I'll definitely have to
yeah,
check
this
that
game's
out.
definitely good. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like I'd probably play it more if I didn't have the kids. I have to wait until they go to sleep to play it.
Creep them out, huh?
Yeah. And I got back on Days Gone, dude.
Really?
Uh, yeah, I
Did
got
they
to my
patch it
first
to where
horde.
it got fixed or whatever?
Yeah, I saw there was a new patch. It was like 1.42. So I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
okay, there's a new patch. So I hopped back on it and I got to my first horde, and now that's where I'm at because I'm totally unprepared for all those guys to come at me at once, dude. So um, I think I'm gonna like just go craft a bunch of throwables and like get a bunch of stuff and hoard it and just start throwing shit at them as they run at me.
Right. Are you like? Is this like without spoiling? Is this like a story point where they're like, go
Yeah,
take
they're
this
like
horde
go
out?
get the yeah, and it's like at a lake.
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah,
there's
I
a
know where you're at.
facility there. I could turn on the power, you know. So
Right.
at this point, I saved it, but I went around and cut all the speakers before the horde could like get a hold of me. So right after I did that, I saved it and um, went to Overwatch. So
That's cool.
I mean,
Yeah, Days
I'll
Gone,
save that
man.
for the end.
Yeah. The
I got some
weekly
shit to say.
Overwatch. That's cool.
Some shit happened
Uh,
yesterday, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Come on. But
that's funny. I before we started, I just finished watching Invader Zim Enter the Florpus, the new Invader
on
Zim
Netflix,
movie that's
right?
on Netflix. Yep. Uh, that shit was good. I enjoyed it a lot. It felt like a a long episode of the TV show. A lot of the art looked the same, but a little bit like they tweaked it a little bit, but not in like an odd way. I would say they kind of made it what it would look like in today's. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was awesome. I dig a lot of uh, the guy who created Invader Zim and stuff like that. His
Who
work,
else
like
did
Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, is a comic that he ran for a while that is really dope, and you can definitely see like the beginnings of like the Invader Zim art, and they're totally uh, and I don't know. He does a lot of other stuff. Like they have the comic running right now for Invader Zim that's been going
he?
on for a few years now, and I've only read the first couple issues of that, and this movie very much takes some of that uh, from the comic, like the same story, and applies it to this movie for people who haven't read the comic pretty much. Uh,
Yeah, I was pretty lost when I started watching it, and I was like, dude, I have no clue what's going on here.
re- I mean, it's a way to just explain away what the hell has been going on for so long. It's like, oh, Zim was just fucking off the whole time, like pretty much,
Yeah.
like, and Dib was trying to watch it, but yeah, it was fine. I liked it. I also did watch the Rocco's Modern Life a couple weeks, like that was a couple weeks ago. I thought that was fine.
Yeah. It
Uh,
was all right.
felt short. Felt too short. Uh,
They
cause
should
that
have
one,
just did a new series, man. That would have been more satisfying. Maybe like 5 episodes or something.
Yeah, because I really dig Rocco as well. They did kind of change the art style a bit more on the Rocco one, like to where it was super noticeable, I would say, than the Zim
Yeah.
one. Uh,
Oh, isn't Zim a little newer?
yeah, probably by yeah. Zim's a little newer.
So, I
But
mean, it would probably translate a little better, you know? Rocco, like, man, I don't know. It looked harsh back in the day. You've seen the old ones, right?
yeah. I
Yeah.
watched the old one. Yeah,
It's a little rough on the eyes.
yeah, I guess so, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of those cartoons charm comes with the roughness. Like you want to look at like some of the Ren and Stimpy and shit like that. Like
Yeah, but then they had those moments of like when you would zoom in on Rin's or
super
Stimpy's
zoom in
nose,
and it looked kind of
like,
really
oh,
realistic.
like, dude, whoa, like, yeah. I don't think
Gross.
Rocco ever. I think they would try to have those, but it wasn't as memorable, like
Yeah,
as Ren and Stimpy, because like some of that art was like, whoa, dude, like those guys are crazy.
yeah. Where Rocco was always they had a lot of sexual innuendo in Rocco for sure,
Yeah,
and like there was adult themes in it that were hidden pretty well. I would say, like for the kids, maybe not hidden that well, but maybe we were just idiots. I don't know, but still,
no, I mean, if you watch it nowadays, you'll probably be like, oh yeah, I know what that means.
yeah. Jeez, but other than that, I watched the Dave Chappelle special on Netflix.
Is that good?
I thought it
He still got
was
it?
yeah, this is the newest one that just dropped on Netflix a little while ago called Sticks and Stones. It is. Let me just be honest with anybody watching this. If you are somebody who is super into the PC culture, we gotta water down. We gotta water down these jokes so we don't offend people and stuff. You're not gonna want to watch this special because this
Good.
special fucking it makes fun of everybody. Everybody. He goes after everybody.
Well, it's
It's
just like his
like
show. His show would go nuts.
he goes pretty nuts on people. He goes after all of the LGBTQ community in a really funny way. Uh, he does. He goes on. He has a good one. It's on YouTube. They kind of clipped it out where he's making fun of Jussie Smollett and everything that happened there.
Who?
Uh, Jussie Smollett. Remember what happened with him? It was the
Dude, what is
actor
that?
on Empire who you really didn't
On
hear about this?
Empire?
Yeah, the actor from Empire. His name's Jussie Smollett.
The main
Okay,
black dude?
I don't think he's the main black dude. He's like a side guy, I believe. But anyways,
The guy
he
with the little mustache on the top of his lip?
I don't think that's Jussie Smollett. I think that's the other because
Empire, right? And the guy, he divorces his wife and he's in jail or something. That's the show, right?
that's Empire, yeah. But that's not the main. The main actor isn't Jussie Smollett. He's like a side
Okay.
actor, just side guy. But he alleged he was in Chicago one day, and he says that two white people came up to him. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. Two white guys wearing MAGA hats came up to him, said some racial and homophobic slurs to him, poured bleach on him, and tied a rope around his neck, and then left. uh,
Is his
there's
skin
a lot of damning evidence showing that he made this all up.
really? That sucks. Whatever,
Yeah,
dude. If they did it, then hopefully they catch the guys and fucking put them in jail forever. You know, just like anybody else.
he wrote a check out to the two people who did it, and his name was on the check. So it's pretty damning that it's not the way it went down, and to make matters even worse for. I mean, he was like two white dudes. He couldn't have hired two white dudes. No, he hired two Nigerian people, the furthest away from white people that you could ever. Like,
Yeah, at
I
least
don't know.
get some skinheads to do it.
Yeah, like he didn't even. I don't know.
Commit.
Anyways,
He
he made
half-assed
fun of
it,
that.
dude.
No, he made light of that in a really funny way, and it was good. That got clipped out from Netflix, and they put it on YouTube, and it's on the trending page right now. So clearly, people like what he had to say there.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's
He's always been that way, though, dude. Like everything
yeah.
that from even like in Half Baked, like all that shit is truthful in there.
Talking about school shootings being a white man's game and all this shit. It's like,
Yeah,
you don't see
obviously.
black people shooting up schools.
No,
Like,
no, you don't.
yeah,
It's fucking obvious. It's a fucking crazy white person thing.
yeah, that is definitely a crazy white people thing for some reason.
Yeah,
just shooting up the schools
or just shooting crowds up in general. Obviously.
Yeah, can't go a day without hearing about that. I think another one happened in Texas yesterday.
Another one?
Yeah.
Ooh, in Texas, dude. Oof.
Yeah, you would think they would, somewhere like Texas.
Shoot that guy.
Yeah. I thought
my mom's always
owned
like,
a gun in Texas, man. Like,
yeah, I hit her up. I'm like, dude, what's up with all these shootings? And she's like, I don't know. If they were over here in my city, they'd get drawn on. Because she lives in like a podunk town, though.
yeah.
So who knows? You could have out front with his gun rack.
Yeah. Shit. But other than what I watched, I do recommend, like I said, if you don't mind offensive, like I love offensive comedians. Anthony Jeselnik's one of my favorites. And this is definitely like something that's more in that realm, I would say. I would recommend it. But other than that, I've been going hard on Control. Like, I've been playing this
Are you
game
done with
every
it?
fucking day. No, I think I'm about 2/3 of the way done. I've been doing a lot of the side shit and like leveling up and just fucking trying to be the biggest badass I can be right now. Like,
yeah, the game looks tight. So, what's it like?
It is the best parts of Quantum Break, I would say, which I loved. Quantum Break, great fucking game, dude.
I got like 2/3 of the way through that and gave up. No,
yeah.
I kept falling asleep during the show part.
I think you can skip those, but I don't know.
You probably can. I just was like, no,
probably
I'm gonna
have
watch
for
this
it.
because I need to know the story. And then I'm like,
and this game still has like parts in it where they use like live actors instead of the graphics.
really? Is there a show a TV show and an in-universe TV show and shit like usual?
No, well,
like Alan Wake had those shows in there, like the Twilight Zone one. And
no, this one is mainly like whenever you see this guy who is, he's not. It's a real person. It's usually his experiments that he's doing, and you're seeing like his tapes
Mhm.
of these experiments, uh, and stuff like that. The game is really weird. It is like X-Files and some like SCP containment breach type of shit going on. You know what
It
I
sounds
mean?
like right up my alley, dude.
Like there's like let me. This is a side mission that happens in it, so it's not part of the main story.
Okay.
You run into a guy who is in this containment thing that's staring at a fridge. That's his job, is to stare at this fridge. If he looks away from the fridge, something bad happens. Problem is, this guy
That's like
didn't
some
get.
Twilight Zone shit.
Yeah, this guy didn't have like the guy to come in to like switch shifts with him didn't didn't come in. So you like go in there to try to help him out, and some shit happens to him, and then like you go in there and you fucking mess around with it, and you end up having to fight this boss. And this boss is this weird fucking like worm looking creature with one
Is it because
giant
he
fucking
stopped looking at
eye.
it?
I think what happened is maybe like because they don't really show, because you're like, all right, I'm coming in, and he's like, thank you, and like you go in this room in the middle,
Mhm.
like it's like he's looking at the fridge, you go in, and then he's like, Jesse, something's going on with the fridge. I think maybe when he said, oh, thank God, maybe he closed his eyes for a second
Oh
or something,
god, dude.
and like
Awesome.
it is that serious. Like you can't, you have to have your eyes open on it at all times. And I think maybe he did that, and it killed him. So, and then there's this optional boss fight that you fight. Like I said, it's
That's
this weird
tight.
like worm-looking thing with one eye that does that. That was one where I started that side mission. I went to do it, and it just kept on. Like the boss just kept on fucking me up. So I was like, I'm gonna level up my character some more. Get some awesome mods. To put into play, because there's probably like 6 versions of your weapon, and you have to unlock them. I mainly use the
How many
spin.
per weapon?
There's 6 versions of your weapon. There's one weapon. It's called your service weapon, but you unlock
Yeah.
different
And it
things.
morphs into different weapons.
Yeah, you can only use 2 different morphs at a time. You can switch them out
Mhm.
though, and you unlock the other ones throughout the game. But you have spin, which is like the machine gun, which I use a lot.
Is it when
Shatter,
it spins around?
it kind of does a spinning motion, yeah, but it's still
Like,
like the handgun. Like
okay.
each of these forms still look like a handgun for the most part. Uh,
The
but
barrel
yeah,
changes, yeah?
the barrel changes the way the
Yeah, that
barrel looks.
sounds right.
And so you have spin and shatter are what I use most of the time. Shatter is the
Uzi and a
shotgun,
shotgun or something?
pretty much. But you also have like the charge weapon, which is like it charges up and releases a heavy attack. That one's pretty good. Uh, oh no, that one's called Pierce, and then you have another one called Charge, which I haven't really used, which
Which
is like
Pierce is
a
probably a
grenade
sniper
launcher.
rifle.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, it's long distance sniper rifle. Then you have your basic
God, this game sounds
handgun,
tight.
which as soon as you get spin, like there's no use in having the basic handgun anymore. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking
Is
get this
there
shit
like a trophy tied to finishing it with just the handgun? That'd be tight.
out. No, that would be
They
tight.
missed
Yeah,
out on that.
It's actually a pretty obtainable platinum. I probably will platinum this game.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I already have like 60 some odd percent of the trophies, and I'm not even done. I haven't even
With
beat
the game.
yet. So
Yeah.
yeah, I should be able to get the platinum pretty easily.
Right on.
But yeah, so there's that. You can unlock up to 3 mods on each of your weapons, and the mods get better. They have like loot drops to them pretty much. So you have like your common, uncommon, rare, very rare, an absolute. So you have those, and like the further you get through the game, the better mods you get, the better you can make your weapons, and then you also get mods for your powers and shit. So along with the gun, you also have, you know, like a launch attack, which is like the telekinesis where you pick up shit and launch it
Yeah,
at
that sounds fun, dude.
that shit's awesome. And the cool thing about that is if there's nothing around you to pick up, you immediately just grab a chunk of the concrete off of like the wall and use that as your projectile
Oh,
instead.
what?
Yeah, so there's never like nothing that you can't throw at the enemy.
That's tight. Okay, so there's telekinesis. What other one did you say?
Levitation.
That's
Uh,
why you're floating. In some of the previews, that's why the character is floating.
yeah, I do have a little bit of a problem with that power. I know it's not flying. It's more like you're floating or whatever. But there's been several times where I've accidentally like lowered myself to a point where I can't get back up and like accidentally killed myself or something like that. Or,
Mm-hmm.
like you'll run off a ledge that there's nowhere else to go, so and there's no way to go back up. So
Mm.
once you're down there, you're fucking down. You know what I
You
mean?
can't
Like
float your way back up.
yeah. So I do have a little bit of a problem with that power. I still use it because it works pretty efficiently with some of the boss fights because like that fridge monster I was telling you about.
Okay,
He starts destroying parts of the floor,
so you
and
gotta float.
yeah, you got to float around, otherwise I don't know. The motherfucking fridge monster has this big ass eye and you're like focused on it. But then you also gotta like be aware of your surroundings. So there was like several times where I was too focused on it and ran right into a hole and fucking there's
Yeah,
nowhere to go because the
or
fucking
like,
floating doesn't make you go back up. You can only go down. Like
or
fuck.
like you're running into a wall or something.
Yeah, that too. And like that power does make there's a lot of like there is some backtracking in the game. But that levitation, it's like you can be like, oh well, I can skip all of this and fucking just go up here now. You know what I mean? Instead of doing the cool. It does have fast
Backtracking.
travel. Uh, you do have fast travel points, and that helps out a
Mm-hmm.
lot too. But
Mm-hmm.
floating, just like if you're in a certain area and you want to explore that area, like it just makes it a lot easier. So you have that. You have a melee ability, which is basically you just like if you're on somebody, you like fucking push them out of the way, like but with like your telekinesis. There's that.
It's like a
Uh,
push,
yeah.
force push.
Shield, like you pick up debris around you and you make a big ass shield around you,
Oh,
and
that's cool. Like some cover.
yeah, you like make your own cover, and you can upgrade that. There's like a side upgrade where it's a shield burst, where after you're done with it, you blast all of it to the enemy.
Towards
Like
somebody.
yeah, towards an enemy.
That's
It's
tight.
pretty neat.
Like frag grenade or something.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think. There's levitation. There's shield. There's
Yeah, that game seems
uh,
like so. I love Remedy, dude. Like they're one of my favorite publishers. I don't know.
it's totally Remedy, and there's so much lore. There's so many collectibles to pick up, to read, and
I heard the
fucking
director guy's voice is Alan Wake, dude.
I guess it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because you become the new director of the Federal Bureau of Patrol, and the way you do, you're going in there to find out what happened to your brother. But that your cover is you're gonna go in. You applied for a janitor position or whatever, and they're like, "All right, come in," or whatever, and so you go in there, and then all this crazy shit happens. Well, actually, you don't see any crazy shit yet. You go in there, and you find the old director. It looked like he killed himself. And you pick up the service weapon. Anybody who has the service weapon is the new director. But there's a weird thing about it.
It's like Excalibur.
You hear his voice every once in a while. And at first you don't really know what the fuck he's saying. And then you get this red telephone, old school red telephone, called the hotline.
Hell yeah.
And you can talk to, he'll give you pretty much. And those are things where it'll show a thing where it's Trench is trying to talk to you. That's the old director. His name's Trench. And you'll hear bits of it, but then you go into your menu and it has a full video of Trench telling you about this shit. And it's live action. It's the guy. But you only see him he's behind in shadows, and he's always fucking smoking these cigarettes.
It was either that guy, his voice is Alan Wake, or Alan Wake is the scientist guy or something. There's a scientist.
Yeah, that was the scientist guy I was telling you about, who also has the live action.
Okay, is that Alan Wake?
I don't know. None of them really look that much like if it is, they did a good job. Yeah, I know what Alan Wake looks like. I guess out of the two,
I'll have to play this game.
Director. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really played all of Alan Wake either. I have it on the PC, but my PC's specs suck dick, so it runs at 15 frames per second, literally.
Yeah, that's no good, dude.
Not ideal. Yeah, the game's really good. There is one. If I had one big complaint about it, it would be the map. When you pull up the map, it shows you where you're going. It highlights where you're supposed to go, right? You pull up this map, it highlights the area you're supposed to be. But the whole rest of the thing is fucking bullshit. It doesn't really have a clear, okay, here's this hallway and go there. Yeah, it's so fucking messed up, dude. It reminds me of God of War's map was pretty similar in the fact that it doesn't really show you exactly where you're at. And that's another complaint on the game, is that we have video games now where there's actual, what do they call it? Little checkpoints that you see without having to pull up a map. You'll have the little dot, that some games have, that'll show you this is where the direction you got to go and stuff like that. This game doesn't have that. You have to pull up the map and be all right, this is where I'm at. But the map doesn't fucking show you how to get exactly
a direct route.
Yeah.
You have to keep pulling it up on your way there.
Yeah. Which, that takes you out of the fucking game a little bit. So
yeah,
there's that. Other that's my biggest complaint about the game. There is some performance issues every once in a while, mainly frame rate drops. I have a
Yeah,
basic PS4, but
that's what I heard.
it's never like too bad, and it's usually like the weirdest parts are like if you pause and then come back into the game, like it hitches for a second, and
Like
then anytime
screen
you get a
judders.
trophy, it fucking hitches too, which is
Yeah.
weird. I don't know.
Well, because it's like the system is actually working even more to pop that little trophy, probably.
Yeah. So I've noticed that. And then just every once in a while, if there's too much shit going on, like there's been some frame rate drops, but it's never
Yeah.
like been like it. I feel like I had more problems with Days Gone when that game first came out than this game. So and I
That thing's
still was.
running pretty nice right now. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm glad it is because when it first
Yeah.
came out, it wasn't running that nice.
Well, even when I first started playing, it wasn't running that great, and that was like what, a couple months ago. So
Yeah.
um,
Yes, it's good to see that they kept on updating it and making it
yeah, I
better.
really want to play that game. So if most likely if I play that game somewhere, I'm probably gonna play it on the One X. Is what
Control?
you're saying? Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah, I heard they did a good like they have One X patch for it. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
it's
okay.
yeah,
So it's like it'll be smooth.
yeah, it should be
Well,
smoother.
it should be like the best console version, I would say.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Like Nick is gonna play it on his super freaking Alienware
High tech
PC.
PC.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's
gonna
gonna be
be
tight.
yeah. I'd like to see
Yeah.
how that goes. But I I enjoy the game a lot. I think it's really weird in the best way possible. And I'm
Yes.
actually happy that like this game's getting a lot of good reviews. I still suspect that Sony's trying to buy these guys. I think they really are. Uh,
Remedy. Oh yeah,
yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be good get.
it just seems fucking weird that like Insomniac was like hitting them up, being like, "Hey, good job on Control," and like
Yeah.
Gorilla. You know, Insomniac
Well,
just
I
recently got
totally thought
acquired.
Sony
Huh?
had the marketing, you know?
Yeah, Sony was really pushing this
So I thought
game.
Control was a PS4 only game until recently.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
damn, I'm
what
gonna
they
have to play
were
it on
trying to make you
regular.
think, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to play it on my regular PS4, and then I like looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's on Xbox. I'll play it there. Just because I heard about the frame rate issues, like I don't.
Yeah,
If I can play it if I have it, I might as well play it at the best.
on the best. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah, yeah.
So
But I'm digging the game a lot. You know, I saw on Kind of Funny, Greg Miller said it took him 10 hours to beat the game. He must have been like running through this game. I have no idea how he's done it. That did it that fast. Like he must not have done like almost any of
no
the side
side
missions,
anything.
or maybe he's
Maybe
just really bad at timing. You know, he wasn't really paying attention to how
easy
long he
mode.
was doing. Yeah, maybe that too. No,
Yeah.
I don't think it gives you a difficulty setting.
No.
I don't think so. The game is challenging, definitely at some parts, and you'll be like, yo, clearly I'm not supposed to, you know, like I was saying, there was that boss that kept on messing me up. So I was like, all right, I'm going to level up my character some more, get some mods that are going to make my gun stronger, and
Yeah.
fucking come back to it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you got to do it. It's got that kind of Metroidvania kind of
Yeah,
thing
that's what I
going
was
for it
hearing.
a little bit. Yeah, it does. Uh, yeah, that's Control. I really dig it. Uh, since the last time we talked, we also did play a little bit more No Man's
No man.
Sky. That
Yep.
shit's feel really dope. I got a frigate, or no, a freighter, right?
Yeah,
Freighter.
that was the
Yeah,
last time we played.
frigate. Yeah, and yeah, then I was starting to build a base where I was at, and then pretty much control happened after that. But
Yeah, that the game sounds rad.
yeah, it is. I definitely recommend it. One of the more funner games I've played. I I don't know yet at this time if I enjoy it more than Days Gone. Like I'll probably know
Control.
once I yeah.
Well, I mean, they're both different games. If you think
Yeah.
about it, you know,
I
they're
feel like Control might have the upper hand, honestly. But I'm gonna beat it, see how the story
goes.
yeah. But that's about all I've played though. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really been playing No Man's Sky much since you got on Control. Um,
Yeah,
oh,
we'll get back on No Man's Sky though.
the rumor about Overwatch coming to Switch.
It's true?
Man, I don't know. I hope it is. There was that listing of a
Oh yeah,
case,
right.
and then it got taken down real fast.
That usually means it's true.
Yeah, dude. Looks like I'll be buying Overwatch for a third time.
Holy shit. You're a
If that
madman.
happens,
You're
dude,
insane.
that'd be so cool to have it on the Switch, man. Like, I know it'd suck because you really couldn't talk to anybody, but that's kind of good sometimes. I'll just go on there to
Right,
play, or 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 let my kids play it on the Switch more, because then they couldn't talk to anybody.
right.
So,
So they wouldn't learn any new words.
oh, they probably already know them all.
Right.
Yeah, think about when you were a kid, dude. My daughter's in fifth grade. I'm pretty sure she says some shit that
Oh
I said. So,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They fucked up. This week we were supposed to go into a new season yesterday,
hmm
and they suspended it indefinitely because something happened where I kind of was skimming through an article last night. I was playing and I noticed like it said 2 minutes until the end of the season, and I'm like, dude, that was like 4 hours ago.
Oh
And
shit.
I came back and it said it was delayed. So I read an article, and I guess they reset 40,000 people's SR. So what that means is like, dude, there's people that were straight professional players, like placing lower than they should be.
Oh no. This Pals
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah, everybody's like, what the hell? Like a professional player should be like top 500. This guy
Yeah.
placed in gold. Like I could get placed in gold maybe, like if I was like a try hard. So um
Mm.
yeah, they really fucked up. So now I guess it got delayed until next week. So I don't know if we're still going off this season, or even if like, does competitive even matter anymore for this week? Like, who knows?
I don't know.
So yeah,
That's
this
crazy.
game's really, yeah. But I'll still buy it if it comes out on the Switch, dude. Like,
Is
hell
that the
yeah.
first
Sign
time
me up.
they've had like a mess up like that, or has that happened before?
I don't know. They're implementing like really big changes. So I mean, if I guess it was possible, because I've never, like, they were talking about resetting everybody's shit and then having everybody like rank back up, but then they looked at the numbers, I guess, and said it wasn't a good idea. So maybe this was some like they started doing it at one point, and then they said, "Oh fuck, let's not do it," and then they tried to cover it up. People started recognizing it. Who knows?
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Your weekly Overwatch minute. That's all I really have to say about it. I've been doing better since roll queue. Like, fuck everybody who says 222 isn't good. Like, they can all suck it. You just need to get like a good damage player, and you're straight.
Oh yeah.
So.
What do you usually do? Do you usually do damage, or do you do?
Usually I like run either like damage May or like a tank like Zarya.
Okay.
And like it sucks they just reworked Zarya so her beam was like more powerful, and like once you get 100%, all you do is walk forward with the trigger down, dude. And you just like you see people's health bar just go down like so fast. And then they're supposed to nerf it, I think, this next season. So it sucks that like, they fixed it to what it was supposed to be, and then it was too overpowering. So now they're gonna nerf it back to what it was, kind of like in the middle of those two, which is like, come on, dude. Like, it was meant to be this way. You give me this little taste of like how this person is supposed to play, and now like I'm back to fucking getting screwed. Yeah.
You know, people cry enough and they change their back, pretty much.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. This community is insane, but whatever. It's a fun time. I don't know. It's like playing a game of pickup basketball or something.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah. I just go to like lobbies that need people. Huh?
Like, how often does that happen anymore? Fucking pick up basketball.
Yeah. No, not too often. So it's cool. I don't know. Something I play every day. Really passionate about it. Even though I fucking have a problem playing it. Hey, if it comes out on Switch, I'll start over though. I'll have no fucking experience, and they cannot link me to anything else. So
right. Will it
have 3
be like cross save, or would you not even want to do that?
Nah, hell no. I got a different one for PS4, one for my Xbox. Like right now, I'm doing horrible on the PS4, dude. Like I'm in bronze, and then like on the Xbox this season, I came from bronze all the way back up to high silver. Like,
nice.
It just depends on who you play with. Sometimes people are
gold the highest, or does it go to like platinum?
It goes gold, platinum, diamond, grandmasters, top 500.
Wow, they really like change it up once you get so high, and then it's like we ran out of medals, and
not that much SR separates them. I think I know people are gonna hate me for this, but I think grandmasters is like 4,000, and gold is like 2,000.
Okay.
So you go up pretty quick, or it's like 4,500 or 5,000 or so. It's in between 4 and 5, I think.
Okay. It's all
I've never
about
seen
winning.
anybody.
You've never seen anybody that high?
Me, no, dude. I'm slumming it.
Yeah, you probably don't match with those people too. Like they have some sort of good matchmaking, right? Where they won't.
You can, like, when I set up a team, I can set it up, and then I can be 1,000. You can be either 1,000 above me or 1,000 below me in SR.
Okay.
So if I'm like right now, I think I'm 1,700 something. Somebody that's almost like diamond or whatever can play because it's 2,700.
Right.
So.
Okay.
I think diamond. I don't know. I haven't got up that high, so I don't even really pay attention.
Right.
But yeah, it's that's about it. I think. Yeah, hopefully they get this shit figured out. It says it's supposed to be back next week for the new season, so I'm just gonna
Dope.
keep playing this season.
Yeah, I'll probably get back on Firewall since they have like the new shit soon.
Oh yeah,
And I'll
so they got
probably talk about that.
update.
Yeah, they had the big update. I forget what they called it this time around. But yeah, that's going on. They just celebrated their like 1 year anniversary, and they had like a free, was it a weekend or maybe a whole week for people
For
to
people
like
to
test
try
it
it.
out. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, for their 1 year anniversary, they did that, and so yeah, I'll probably hop back on there, see how it is, see if it's broken or not. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah. Other than that, I think we can end it right here. So if you guys like this, like it, share it with your friends, all that stuff. Hopefully, I don't get fucking blown down over here in the hurricane, but I think I'll
Oh,
be.
you'll be straight.
I think I'll be all right.
Just
So
fucking stand out on the top of your house or whatever, fucking naked,
yeah, dude.
saying "Bring it
Yeah,
on"
like some of
with
those
just shoes
winds can't. Yeah, some of those winds can be so freaking high that you can like sit there and try to be leaning forward, like making yourself fall, and it'll be like, nope, you're staying up, motherfucker. Like
on.
it'll
Really,
like,
dude, that's tight.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that's not sucks actually. That sounds cool.
I mean, it's dangerous, but yeah, it's kind of neat. Like if you want to do that, I'm not saying do it. I don't want to hear anybody
You're not
dying.
encouraging that
Yeah, I'm not
people to
encouraging.
in a
Yeah.
hurricane. Yeah, it's not a good idea.
Johnny had a tree fall on him while trying to test this. No, I didn't say
That was
nothing about that.
that over here.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know nothing about hurricanes.
right. But yeah. Cheers, everybody. See you next week.
Hey, till next time. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Woo.